What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a new segment. If you've been on my channel, I have podcasts, I have my regular channel, and then I have the talk, which I'm bringing back soon. If you don't know what the talk is, check out my video I did with Tori Romaine. He is the winner of Legendary Season 1. I will be bringing it back with different, celebrity guests I'm going to be interviewing on shows and stuff. But today we are finally got our season premiere, 2 episodes, 2 hours and 35 minutes of Pose Season 3, the final season. Now, this is my first show I'm ever reviewing on my channel. You will be getting All-Star Season 6 on here of RuPaul's Drag Race, and you will be getting Legendary Season 2 starting Friday. Now, everybody who doesn't know, this is my review cup and my talk cup. I know the lady who gave me this cup, she's talented. I'm going to leave her description below. But before we get started, I got to mix it with Bacardi, but let's get into it.
Said you wanna be a legend, statement, star. Said you wanna be a legend, or statement.
So, season 3 started off. Now, I told people, I'm like, it's a final season. Every final season of the emotional show, someone's gonna die. That's just how it is. Somebody's gonna die. But I didn't expect so much death in 2 episodes. I was crying. If you know me, I can count on one hand how many times a show or a movie, different stuff made me cry. They made me cry at least 4 times in one episode. So we get started. We see Bianca in the hospital. We see Pertel dealing with his alcoholism. And we see this new House of Cunt. If it's a different name, please drop it below. I've been watching it 2.5 hours. I'm tired. House of Cunt. And I don't understand why they gave him a house, his storyline. Hopefully we'll see it further on in the projects coming up. But, I like the idea. I don't like how they just scrapped the House of Winter and just went straight to this new house. But you definitely see the change in age. It's 1994. You see the change go from all the way Vogue to straight, hair flip Vogue fan. We see the transition in time, which I absolutely love and like. What I didn't like, however, so when Bianca was in the hospital, we're going to boom after this. When Bianca was in the hospital, I didn't know it was Cubby in there until the second scene when he officially, passes away. I'm like, who is that? Because, whoever is the hair, makeup, and designs deserve a raise. That was beautiful and flawless. Speaking of raises, if you've seen the Pose premiere tee, child. But anyways, that took me by a complete. I was in there crying because I'm like, and the scene that touched me the most is everybody's, most of the time you hear gay stories of my parents kicked me out, my parents did this, my parents did that, yada yada yada, and the fact that he said that his parents said he would die of AIDS, that took me all the way out. Even my mom was like, damn, people understand the heartache and the pain that us gay people go through. Blessed, I don't have parents like that. My parents are very understanding. I got the best parents in the world. But it's sad that in this life, you see people who actually go through that, and it's, hurtful. I was watching that crying. I'm like, damn. And when the mom came in the hospital, I was like, oh, get the f out of here. I was like, no. But I'm glad she got to have her, and my mom brought it up. I'm glad she had to have her closing moments with her son. It's sad that she had to get it on his last life string, but at least she got it. And that storyline is closed. Boom. Child, Bianca got a man. I keep saying Bianca. Blanca got a man in the streets. Let's just talk about that storyline. Okay, I know some review channels go piece by piece by piece. I'm going to do that on other shows I'm going to react to. But this has so much cram-packed in one night. I'm just going to go through people's storylines, and we're gonna go from there. For her storyline, I felt it was cute. The boy, she got a man. The man's cute, and I love the storyline. I just love how she finally has a man that finally loves her. Because if you watch season 2, you saw how what's season 2? Oh, season 1, one of those seasons, where she found a man but only using her, for sex and everything. I'm finally glad she gets to have her last season happily ever after. Allegedly, we haven't seen the rest of the season yet, but I'm glad we get to have that situation. What made me, because I didn't like him at first, what made me fully nervous is when he said meet the family. all of us know how these stories go. I already knew the family was not going to improve. And especially he was giving me very Carlton Banks tease. He's not going to be like, oh, a poor boy from the projects. No, his parents got money in the upper Bronx. If you're from New York, you know when you go to the Bronx, there's the Bronx, and then there's the Bronx where green cut lawns. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Stop playing with me. The gentrificationist of it all. But when he met the family the first night, I was like, okay, we good. We going somewhere. Da da da. The second night, I literally got up off my seat and I was like, you better support. Let me talk to the DL people and the people who are ashamed to love who they love. This man in front of his rich parents said, if you don't love her, you don't love me. And if you gonna lose both of us. I respected that so much because in this community you see a lot of bashing and killing, especially of the black trans women. So to see a storyline where it's like, no, I defend mines, I loved. I was like, you better defend your girl. You better get that. And I respect that so much. Boom. That storyline's over. Going to the crack storylines. It to me, we've seen it last season, so I was like, again, but I get it's that time of the era where it's like, damn, like this was really a big problem with the AIDS situation. Like it was a big pandemic back then. But I was like, Angel, you're on crack again. Sorry, I'm sweating, y'all. It's like hot. She was like, to see her back on it again, I'm like, can we see something else? But I like how the episode ended. We're gonna get to the ending in a second. But I loved how, like, we ended off season 2, everyone's so perfect. So to see Angel and to see the other girl battling this, it's like, you really don't, people really think face value, everyone's perfect, but behind closed doors is really hurting. And we saw like the character development of these characters. Like when she did the Toni Braxton, lip sync and Electra said no. It's like you really see her pride is in these balls, and like she's like torn between school and the balls. And I just really hope that they arc her character story good because they're on a good path. Like these first episodes like ignited their stories, and I want to see it go farther because I absolutely love these characters to death, and I want to see like a good happy ending. What I did not like about this 2 episodes is it was just too much death. I get it. It was a time. I agree. 100% to representation of the era. 100%. I give it like a 60% off the storytelling. Because I was confused. I was like, who is dying? Who is this? Cubby made me cry. And then his brother, Lamar, want to come in and be like, oh, I was doing my fitting. Boy, your brother just died. You should have been there day 1. And you don't blame. See, when people love knocking at your door when you're 6 feet under. You will have more people at your funeral than your birthday party. That's just all facts. So I don't like how there's too much death. And it was just like steamballing. I heard this season doesn't have a lot of episodes, so I guess they crammed it in. But if you're gonna have story arcs with so many characters, it was like 20 different stories in one cluster of time. I feel like they should have like strung it out just a little bit. Like I get like when Pray Tell went to rehab at the end and oh my gosh, we're gonna get to that. Let's move to Pray Tell. So Pray Tell's story, he dates the boy who dated Damien. And comment below, what happened to Damien? He was in the scene when they battled the House of Cunt and they won. I want to know because I heard Blanca said that somebody, I promise you I'm not drunk, I just started. Blanca said that someone died and went back to relapse. If it was him, please let me know. But I was like, how you gonna kill a major character like that? But I was like, okay, whatever. Finale, final season, whatever. But Pray Tell's story touched me hard because he's a person where it's like he's like the heart of the show. And to see someone going through that, it's like hits hard because that's people like this really happen in real life. And Billy Porter deserves like all the accolades and all the awards that he is gonna get because he is like amazingly talented to like he took like it's like when you watch a show or they're acting, I feel like I'm invested in these people's lives. Like I feel like it's a life story. Which it is. It's different. If you watch Paris is Burning and all the other shows, they're like different stories being retold, but like this, the way they did it is like so captivating. Like Pray Tell's whole journey, I feel like for the season is about to be like amazing. Like I loved how real it was. And when the boyfriend, I didn't like it at the table, he said, I'm going to leave you. I feel that should have been a conversation at home. But when he left and when Ricky left and Pray Tell was begging, leave me like everybody else. I'm glad. I took a whole 20-minute break before I started filming this because I was still in tears. That hit so hard. Like, that hit me, like, so close to home. If you've been a follower and a subscriber to my channel, you see my past videos of my last relationship. And to see, like, I feel like I watched it on TV. Like, it was so painful to watch. And I feel like that was so raw. Like, Pose really needs to get their flowers for this season. Because already I'm, like, hooked. And, right before he went to rehab, which I don't agree that she did that early in the season. But right when he went to rehab, he said, I drink because I hate myself, and I hate myself because I drink. When he said that, I was floored. I literally started bursting out tears, like silent tears. It's like, you drink because you hate yourself, and you hate yourself because you drink. I was like, I felt that way, because after my last situation, I hated myself, and I was depressed. I hated myself because of the way I looked. And I hated depression because I was depressed. Like, I hated that whole analogy. And I was like, wow, this is speaking to my soul. And then when he went to rehab, I felt like this should have been later on in the season. I feel like it felt like a finale. Like, did anybody feel like they were watching a finale? I feel like I was watching a finale, not a final season premiere. I feel like I was watching a finale. I felt like Angel should have had that storyline of her going to rehab in last season, and then this season we see her change and relapse, because last season she was bad with the drugs. But I honestly love this premiere. I love it. This premiere like shook boundaries and like tugged at a lot of people's hearts. Can we get into Mother Electra snatching trophies? Like, come on. Like, the House Evangelista is a beast. If that was a real house today, I would join it. Full tea. But yeah, I want to see what y'all think. I want to have a discussion with y'all about this in my comments. If you like the show, if you don't watch it, please give it a try. It's on FX. Season 1 and 2 is on Pose. It's on Pose. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I advise everybody to give the show a try. To finish off the premiere, because that was like all of it an assumption. To finish off, I feel like they should have did more with the character arcs of the story. I feel like the fight scene in the cafeteria was not necessary. I feel like the other man in the panel, how he passed out, had a seizure. Like, I liked it was, and I feel like it was just too much in 2 episodes. And when you watch it, it feels like 1 episode, like just a long dragged out. So it doesn't give you 2 episodes, like you're watching 2 back to back. But I feel like certain arcs should have been pulled away throughout the whole entire season. I know there's only 7 episodes they can work or wiggle around from, but I felt like there was too much. Like, I was like, whoa, like you got him over here, her over here. Like, it's just too much. But I actually enjoyed it. This is like by far my favorite episodes of the series. They turned it, the looks, oh my gosh. They turned it. They really did turn it. This show, even if you're not a part of our LGBTQ community, I was still gonna try, because history is history. And this show, you don't have to be a part of a community to watch this show. This show teaches, and it's a good show. I feel like that's my brother in the background. I feel like they need to do better at stretching stories. Not stretching, but like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. It was like too much in one like frame of a night. I was like, whoa. I'm like, I have to do a review about this, and this is like a lot. And I was gonna break it up in 2 parts, but I'm like, I'm just gonna bring it in. But Cubby, RIP, I love you. We're gonna see where Damien is next episode. I hope Angel and her sis stop with the drugs. I already know Pray Tell's gonna come out. I hope I want to have a contest, or like see where it's gonna be. Drop in the comments if you believe Pray Tell's gonna die this season. It is too early in the season. All these people are dying. I feel like there's gonna be a bang finale, and someone important is gonna die. And it might even, you know what, it might even be Pray Tell, it might be Electra. I feel like someone else is going to die in this season. And I feel like it's going to, like, tug at people's hearts. So, whatever you think, let me know in the comments below. This is my first review channel. Don't drag me in the comments. This is not my background. I have a whole green screen I'm going to use for my reviews. It's just tonight, the episode was long. I want to jump up in here and talk to y'all and see what the word is. But please drop in the comments how you felt about this review. Correct me on some statements I made wrong. Let me know if you're feeling this season, because I am feeling this season. And I will be doing All-Star Season 6. That's the review I can't wait to do, because I'm trying to have my friend be on the review panel with me. All-Star 6, let's get it popping. Legendary 2, let's get it popping. Stay blessed, everybody, and let me catch y'all on the next one.
Legend.